Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up in their names, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's...
Alright guys, there's two topics that I want to talk about today, and I'm super frustrated that I can't separate the two because I am extremely pissed off. And when I'm pissed off, I just gotta smile, because if I didn't smile, I'd throw my phone. I would be like, guys, I am extremely pissed off. And here is why. So boom. This year, right, everybody knows I love electric vehicles. I love electric cars. Elon Musk just stated that they are going to stop full self-driving purchases when you purchase the entire package, so that you don't need to subscribe to the model for $100 or $200 a month. Now, the full self-driving package was $8,000. Somebody like me, who is frugal with his money but understands the value of money and can spend on things that he values, I said I'm going to get a Tesla in October. And what am I going to do? I'm going to get full self-driving. But what else am I going to do? I'm going to hold that car for at least 10 years. That means I'm not going to upgrade. I'm not going to switch. Yes, the features may be outdated in 5 to 6 years, but I'm going to drive it for 4 more because I need to get the value out of my vehicle. If you buy a car brand new, but drive it for 10 years, you would have recaptured a lot of that value. Even though it's a depreciating asset, you would have recaptured most of its value prior to selling it. Now, here's the thing. Elon Musk signed a pay package that requires him to hit trillions of dollars in numbers, but also would make him a trillionaire if he hits these goals. So, I believe they have a goal of getting 10 to 12 million subscriptions. Not purchases, subscriptions. They're playing the long game. That's what billionaires do. They play the long game. They don't want you to purchase something and not have to come back. They want you to purchase something and come back every so often. I mean, you got to buy it for 100. You got to buy it for 200. And as inflation continues to rise, you'll buy it for 300, 400. Soon enough, the subscription will be just as much as a car payment. And people are not catching on to this. They don't know any better. And so the sales, sometimes the sales doesn't even have to sell itself. You sell the car, and it's all the other hidden fees that come with it that will drain your pockets dry while making multi-millionaires and multi-billionaires. You see, the undercarriage of all these operations is what makes people ultra rich and ultra successful that you're not catching on to. And it pisses me off, because a guy like me who just wants to be self-made, rich, do it for himself and then for a few others, now has to deal with somebody trying to take even more money from me in the long run. I'm somebody who will pay $8,000 up front, but I'm not going to pay $200 a month for the rest of my life. You understand me? And so now, because I'm not ready to trade in my Ioniq 5 for a Tesla in February of 2026, sorry, I lose the opportunity of buying the full self-driving package and having it for life. Not to mention, with all these software updates and things like that, these manufacturers, I think of it just like Apple and their iPhone. They're going to degrade your product so bad that it won't even be functional on their latest software update. It's no longer functional with its applications. It wasn't designed to run on such a low chip of Guys, the chips that we have today are by far the greatest technology in humankind. And any software update in the next 10 years is most likely going to be compatible with these chips if they want it to be. But of course, will they make better chips? Yes. Will they make stronger chips? Yes. But it doesn't mean that they can't make it compatible. They just won't make it compatible. And so, as an EV guy, and I'm still going to be Team EV. When I buy an EV in October and purchase it and drive it for the next 10 years, I am subscribing to the fact that I love the future. I love electric vehicles. I love charging at home and not waiting at a gas station. I love the ability to drive this big body and go from 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. I love all of that. But what I don't love is being cut at the knees every so often. I understand how you make your billions. I want to support innovation. I want to support the future. I want to support growth, but not at a lifetime expense of my own pockets. And guys, I'm saying this as somebody who has a lot of Tesla stock. You all know it's my biggest holding in my entire portfolio. And not only that, it has done tremendously well for me. Tremendously well. And will this make me more money in the stock market? Absolutely, it will. But for me, as an actual fan, as an actual consumer of the product, I am not happy. I am not happy whatsoever. And what do I always tell people? Invest in things that you like, invest in things that you use, invest in things that you know, and invest in the future of that product, because you understand where it's going to go. I understand that I like this product, I know this product, I love this product, I use the product from time to time, and I understand the future of where it's going to go, and it's going to be ultra successful. And each time they bump that subscription up, $50 here, $50 here, $50 here, and people just eat it up. They just keep eating up those punches. Guess what? Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And when Tesla runs out of ideas and doesn't know what to do, $50 here again. BMW will eventually have self-driving and they'll put it at $1,000 a month. Tesla, all they got to do, $850. $850 and you'll eat it up a month. People years from now, I'm talking about 40, 50 years from now, when people are talking about full self-driving and they're paying $3,000 a month for the option of full self-driving. That's what inflation does. The rich play the long game. That's what I do with my investments in real estate. That's what I do with my investments in the stock market. But at the same time, I help people. I reduce rent. I stabilize rent. I keep it the same. I don't need a law telling me to not raise rents to be a good landlord and a good person. But when you're doing business for everyone, greed suddenly takes over. And in order to expand and in order to increase sales and in order to be richer upon richer and just stroke your ego, you need to do more. Like, Elon Musk is the second richest man in the world, if not the first. To hit $1 trillion, he'll do that regardless. And yet, the need to just cut people at the knees is there. Which goes into my second point. I hate a salesman. I really do. I really do. I like a person who's straight up and honest with me and doesn't do all the BS. And so when I'm saying a salesman, I'm identifying what I dislike, right? I'm identifying that a lot of people lie, a lot of people don't tell the truth, and a lot of people are simply just trying to get your money out of your pocket. If you don't pay attention, if you don't follow suit, you don't know what's going on, instantly you're left with your head cut from your legs. You don't know where to go. Right? When you walk into a car dealership, are you excited? Are you excited to spend your money there? You say, oh, I want my budget to be $10,000, and you walk out of there with a $16,500 car. Taxes and fees, oh, we can't do nothing about that. Right? Happens all the time. Happens all the time. And so I say that to say, like, stop being so gullible. Understand that you also need to play the long game with your finances, with your money, because it's your life. It's your valuables. It's what you work for every given day. When you're tired and you don't want to clock into work, that's still the same money that you're spending to appease yourself, to entertain yourself. At what cost? How long does it take you to make $10,000, $8,000, $20,000, $50,000 before you go and buy a vehicle? How long does that take you? How much life, how many days did you spend acquiring that money? Start to value your money differently, which is really adverse from what I need, right? I'm talking about something that doesn't benefit me financially by talking against the subscription model that Tesla is going for. But at the same time, it also hurts me as a consumer because I want that package in order to not have to pay over a 10-year period. I know that it will save me money over a 10-year period to just purchase it outright. And I take the risk of car damage. I take the risk of the battery dying and needing replacement. But as long as I have the car itself, I understand that I don't need to purchase full self-driving moving forward. But now at this point, when there's a subscription package for $200 a month for life, and it continues to increase, I'm now of the mindset that maybe I don't need full self-driving. Maybe instead of full self-driving, I just purchase a cheaper EV that I like, drive that for 10 years, and save a ton of money, if you know what I mean. So not only will I spend less on an electric vehicle if they do go to this full subscription model, because now I'm not getting what I truly wanted in the Tesla to begin with. Right? I don't want to have to finance my car forever. You're not the owner of your vehicle if you're financing it forever. And to me, that's just something that I cannot do. So I am pissed. I am upset. Let me know how you feel in the comment section down below. I don't think I've ever been this pissed in a video. And like I said, I just smiled to keep from crying, guys. So let me, again, know what you think. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. You know I post on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify for podcasters. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Peace. And by the way, if you didn't know, they are cutting the subscriptions on and taking off the full purchase model on February 14th, Valentine's Day, the day of love. If you love Tesla, let them know how you feel about it. Peace.